Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the ruling All Progressive Congress national leader, is a private citizen as he is not presently holding any public office, but his Duchess Mews, Portland Palace, central London home, is fast turning to a destination choice for a section of politicians in Africa's most populous nation. Of course, the reason for this is not far-fetched. The former Lagos State governor, who is one of Nigeria's greatest political figure of the Fourth Republic, is currently staying in the UK over the past few months, and like an elephant, there couldn't have been a hiding place for him from his associates and non-associates alike. Although Tinubu had on several occasions received and entertained visitors in his UK home, his current vacation and stay in the house has been a subject of debate back home as issues have been raised over his health status. Fondly called the Jagaban, the APC stalwart is one of the most talked about Nigerians alive, even before tones of voice about his yet-to-announce 2023 presidential aspirations started renting the air. His acute strategic scenes in politics and governance is one of the many standouts for him. Since 2007 that he ended the second term as Lagos State Governor, Tinubu has not held an official position in government, but his influence in national politics has grown. His style has always been to encourage the younger generation in politics, and the likes Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola, among others, owe this political success to him. With his clout within and outside the ruling party, it was fitting for anyone to assume that he is next in line to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023, especially if the APC shifts to the south. This line of thinking has, however, drew support and flanks in equal measures for Tinubu, who is a veteran of many battles. Though still silent, his formidable political network and associates have already given him a head start over many other contenders for the 2023 race. A case in point is the Senator Dayo Adeyeye-led Southwest Agenda for Asiwaju 2023 swagger, which has launched the campaign for the Lagos State big man. From the Blues came overwhelming reports around July that Tinubu was sick, hospitalized, and some even rumored his death. It also got so tense that the propagators of the narrative even reported a fixed date for his purported burial of the former Lagos State governor, using fake voice notes and pictures to advance their falsehood. Of course, Tinubu, who is 69, is like every human and not infallible. He's also flesh and blood, susceptible to human frailties like illness and others. But those who had alternative motives used the Jagaban's absence during President Muhammadu Buhari's recent visit to Lagos to commission projects as an explanation of his indisposed state. They also went further to fabricate stories that his health had deteriorated and was quickly flown abroad, hence his non-appearance in the campaign trail of his party, the APC, in the run-up to the July 24th local government election in the state. At another point, the rumored mills took their mischief to another level through a viral WhatsApp voice note stating that Tinubu died in the United Arab Emirates hospital. Another said he was on a back-to-back surgery in the United States, just as others claim he had contracted COVID-19 and had complications. But Mr. Tunde Rahman, the media advisor to the APC leader, had to come out to rebuke those spreading the news that his principal had been hospitalized in an American hospital. He attributed the first report to the work of mischief makers, stating that though Tinubu was presently out of the country, he was hale and hearty and will be back soon. He said, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is fine. He's hale and hearty. He's not in any hospital. He has no medical problem that would require hospitalization. Yes, he's out of the country at the moment. He'll be back shortly. Anytime he travels out of the country, the next thing some mischievous people would say is he's sick, hospitalized, or has died. It is shameful that the perpetrators of this evil are not deterred by the fact that each time this fake news has been propagated, they have been proven wrong. Tinubu's media aide, Rahman, said, among those who visited Bola Tinubu in his London residence was Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State. Perhaps due to his proximity to Tinubu, Governor Sanwo-Olu was the first to pay the visit to his political leader in London. Interestingly, he did it at the most appropriate period, that the supporters of the former governor needed clear assurance on the state of the health of their principal. Of course, the governor didn't disappoint as he doused tension and ended unfounded rumors about Tinubu's health condition. Speaking to journalists in Lagos, Sanwo-Olu said he made the trip and shared the photos with the APC leader to dispel the rumors about his ill health. Another early caller to the London home of Tinubu was the lawmaker representing Ikeja Federal Constituency, James Falake. Falake, who is the chairman House Committee on Finance, visited his political godfather on August 11. The lawmaker is one of the proteges of Tinubu as he was pivotal to his emergence as the running mate to the late Kogi governorship candidate Abubakar Audu. The president made a surprise visit to Tinubu just 9 days after Governor Sanwo-Olu came calling and allaying any fear of terminal illness about his political godfather. The president's visit was a rude shock to many, especially as Buhari was in London at the time for a medical checkup after attending the Global Education Summit on financing global partnership for education in the UK. The pictures of the visit were shared on social media by presidential aide Bashir Ahmad, and in the photos, Tinubu was seen leaning on a walking stick as he posed for a shot with the president. However, the president's visit turned the table around and reared up different assumptions and narratives from Nigerians and supporters watching the two leaders in Queensland. The first of the assumption was, why would the president visit Tinubu in UK and not the other way around? Those who held the view opined that the call by the commander-in-chief suggests that the former governor was in a worse state of health to get such a visit. Some others also read political meanings to the gesture, both for and against. A section averred that the president just gave an endorsement to Tinubu ahead of 2023, while others saw it as political tact to show Nigerians that the former governor is not too fit to lead the country in 2023, especially from the pictures which he was seen holding a walking stick during the visit. For some other Tinubu supporters, the haste at which the pictures with the president was released to the public speaks loud of unexplained motives. They query that since Governor Sanwo-Olu and Rep. James Falake had also visited before the president, there was no sight of any walking stick. Why was the picture of a walking aide swiftly displayed? But not willing to join any of the conspiracy theories, Tinubu thanked the president, stating that the visit was a friendly and welcome one that underscored the considerate and caring personality of our nation's president and commander-in-chief. Meanwhile, not many people saw the visit of the former national legal advisor of APC, Mus Banire, to Tinubu coming, especially with the perceived love-lost relationship between the erstwhile allies. Banire was the fourth high-profile party chieftain to visit the APC leader as he recuperates in the UK. Banire, a former commissioner under Tinubu, visited the APC leader on August 18th, thereby dousing speculations of crisis between the duo. Expectedly, his visit to Asiwaju Tinubu generated a lot of shock in the system that many of the former governor's supporters commended his large heart. However, Banire wrote in his weekly column, "For those who think I have animosity towards Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and therefore found this display of love and respect for him as a source of worry, I express my heartfelt sympathy and hope they find an alternative source of income other than politics. Thus, when I was in London last week to attend to sundry issues, and I learned that the Jagaban was recuperating in London, I had no choice than to pay a visit to him, remembering that I had shared many moments of love and vivacity, notwithstanding the current prevailing atmosphere of disagreement on how to run a party." Next was former governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, who also visited the national leader of the APC, Tinubu, on August 18th. Shettima, who is now a senator, was captured in a photo with Tinubu. While serving as governor, Shettima named as an estate in Maiduguri after Tinubu as a mark of honor for liberating the people of Borno State from the hands of a tyrant who wanted to hijack the APC. Anywhere Fayemi goes, Akeredolu follows, seen as a tag team with benefits and responsibilities. The duo of Ekiti and Ondo state governors, Dr. Kayode Fayemi and Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, also paid a visit to Tinubu in London on August 25th. Tinubu's media aide Tunde Rahman shared a photo of the governors with the APC leader on Instagram. Ordinarily, much meaning should not be read to the visit, but the silent but notable rivalry between Fayemi and Tinubu, especially over the APC presidential ticket in 2023, made it an attractive headline. Fayemi, who has Akeredolu's support, is believed to be the most serious potential rival to Tinubu's 2023 presidential aspiration. Next was the Lagos State Assembly train, led by its Speaker Mudashiru Obasa, who is also a strong ally of Tinubu. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly also paid a visit to the national leader of the APC on August 27. The Assembly delegation also have Temitope Adewale, Chairman of the House Committee on Transportation, Nurunin Akisanya, Chairman of the House Committee on Physical Planning and Urban Development, as well as Sylvester Ogunkelu, Chairman of the House Committee on Overseas Investment and SDG. In a statement, Speaker Obasa said they had lengthy discussions with Tinubu on issues of national importance and that the leader was his jovial self, as Iwaju remains amazingly passionate about Nigeria. Deputy Governor of Lagos State Dr. Kadiri Hamzat led a team of state officials to visit Tinubu on August 29th. Also with Hamzat during the visit was the Chief of Staff to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Tayo Ayinde. The Special Advisor to Lagos State Governor on Education, Tokunbo Wahab, was also on the delegation, and they all took photographs with Tinubu. Former Governor of Ogun State, Senator Abinkule Amosu, and Tinubu used to be the best of political allies, but the interest perhaps created a wedge between them, and since then, it has been a cat and mouse relationship. So, it was an astonishing sight when the face of the senator was seen in pictures beaming with smile while sitting beside his estranged political associates in London. The delegation of the highest decision-making body in Lagos State, the Governor's Advisory Council, GAC, also visited Tinubu to confirm his health status, describing him as being in perfect health and that he will be back in the country very soon. House of Representatives Speaker Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila also made his way to central London to visit the political godfather Tinubu, who had been out of the country for a while. The speaker, who took pictures with the APC national leader, is one of the closest and those who owe their political journey credit to Tinubu. Clearly, the influence and pedigree of Tinubu has once again come to the consciousness of all and sundry, but whether this is a clear sign of what is to come in 2023 can only be answered by time.